Dear students, in this unit we will talk about the life cycle of mushrooms. Now, mushrooms are placed in a class of fungi known as basidiomycetes. Now, basidiomycetes, they include long-lived dikaryotic myceliums. Dikaryotic mycelium means their mycelia contains two nuclei from distinct species of basidiomycetes. Now, when they get favorable response from the environment, mycelium normally reproduce sexually by producing a large number of basidiospores. When we talk about the example of basidiocarps, mushrooms is the major example of that. Now, when we talk about the basidiocarps, the numerous basidia in basidiocarps, they are actually the source of sexual spores, which we call in these species known as basidiospores. When we talk about the mushrooms, they are grouped together in class Basidiomycetes, and the phylum is Basidiomycota. They are grouped in this phylum along with the bracket fungi as well as puffballs. These are two different groups of fungi which are grouped together along with mushrooms in this phylum Basidiomycota. Now, when we talk about the asexual reproduction in this group of fungi, it is very less common as compared to the other fungal groups. When we talk about the sexual reproduction, what happens that fungi, the hyphae from two different origins, they come in close proximity, and they are monokaryotic hyphae. They come close with each other and they fuse. As a result of this fusion, the process is known as plasmogamy. Now, what happens in the plasmogamy, that these when they come close to each other, they form a structure. This structure is known as primordia, or you can say button in simple words, along with the different numbers of mycelium. Now, this buttons, and under the favorable conditions, it develops to give rise to a fruiting body, which we call mushrooms. Now, when we talk about the fruiting body of this one, this contains stalk as well as a cap. Now, this basidiocarp is actually, the stalk is consisted of intertwined matted hyphae which are grouped together to form this stalk. Now, when we talk about the lower surface of the cap of mushrooms, it contains many thin perpendicular plates which are known as gills. You can see here there are many gills which are present in the inner side or the lower surface of the cap of mushrooms. Now, these gills radiate from the stalk to the edge of the caps, forming a very interesting structure which you might have seen in many species of mushrooms. Now, when inside this cap, what happens that karyogamy takes place. In karyogamy, two distinct nuclei, they fuse together on these gills, and they form dikaryotic cells, which form diploid zygotic nuclei. Now, after the formation of these zygotes, meiosis takes place, which form four haploid nuclei with different genotype, which is different from each others. These nuclei move to the outer edge of the basidiums, and they are released as spores. Now, you can see here that a lot of spores, they are released, and each of these spores, which is known as a basidiospore, it is released into the environment, onto the soil, and upon the favorable condition, these basidiospores, they give rise to primary mycelium, which can again go through the this life cycle of sexual reproduction.